2:30 in the morning. The only light in the room is the pale yellow glow seeping in from the street lamp outside. Your baby has been crying for hours. Your partner tried. Your mom came over. Even the neighbor showed up at the door at some point. Nothing worked. You're tired down to your bones. But you get up anyway. You walk into the room. You haven't said a word yet. Your baby hasn't even seen you. Just heard your footsteps. But something changes. That little body, as if someone pressed a switch somewhere inside, slowly relaxes. The crying breaks off with a hiccup or two, and the moment your baby's eyes find you, silence, complete silence. You're standing there at the doorway, and one question is turning over and over in your mind. How is this possible? Among billions of people in this world, without a single word spoken, without a single touch, your baby knows you. But how? This isn't just that one night. You've noticed it. Think of a crowded family gathering. Everyone wants to hold the baby. Everyone is smiling. Everyone is talking. The baby passes from one pair of arms to another. Those little eyes scan the room, curiously, a little nervously. Never quite settled, then you walk closer. You don't even pick them up yet. You just lean in, and those eyes, among all those faces, find you instantly. Or think back to this. Your baby was only a few weeks old. There was no smiling yet. Everyone said there was no recognition yet. But every time you walked into the room, something happened on that tiny face. The corners of the lips lifted ever so slightly. The eyes narrowed just a little. Something small, almost impossible to catch, but only for you. That same day, at the same hour, in the same room, someone else leaned in exactly the same way. Nothing happened. Why? And here's the question that puzzles me most. Your baby is only a few weeks old. The world is still a blur of shapes, a jumble of sounds, a puzzle not yet solved. Everything is new, everything is uncertain, but you were never uncertain to them. How? Did your baby learn something about you? If they did, when did they learn it? Before they were born? During birth? Or is something quietly accumulating in that little mind every single day without you even realizing it? There's a specific region in the human brain dedicated entirely to recognizing faces. Scientists studied this for years and found something remarkable. When babies are born, this region is already running. They can't talk, they can't sit up, but the face recognition system is on. And here's what's even more surprising. A newborn baby, just minutes after birth, prefers a human face over a flat surface. A complex shape versus a simple face drawing. They look at the face as if the brain is born ready for this shape, but this isn't just any face for you, because your baby has seen your face more than anyone else's. Every feeding, every time they drift off to sleep, every time they cry. Always you. And the baby brain encodes what it sees repeatedly, deeply. Your face is literally written into that little mind. That's why they find you in a crowd. That's why everything shifts when you walk into the room. Your face is the most familiar shape in the world to them. Now when you hear this, just pause for a second. Babies hear their mother's voice before they're born. Sound travels through the womb. Vibration travels. Rhythm travels. And in that dark, warm space, your voice is there for weeks on end. The tone of your voice, its rhythm, its nuances, being processed, slowly, quietly processed. In a study conducted just hours after birth, newborn babies were able to distinguish their mother's voice from another woman's voice, a few hours old. But the recognition itself was the result of months of learning. Now apply that to your face. After birth, whose face is closest to your baby? Yours. Which image repeats most often? Yours. And the baby brain loves repetition. What it sees repeatedly, it marks as safe. what it marks as safe, it moves toward. You are both the most familiar and the most safe thing your baby has. When those two things come together, finding you among millions of faces isn't actually that hard for them. But here's where it goes even deeper. Your baby doesn't recognize you just by your face. They recognize you as a whole. Research shows that newborns can distinguish the smell of their mother's clothing from another woman's clothing. Just the scent. No face, no voice, and the baby turns toward the mother. Add your voice to that. Add the rhythm of your walk. Add the warmth of your arms. Add the heartbeat they feel when you hold them. In your baby's mind, you are not just a face. You are a whole, a feeling. And that feeling is carved in so deeply that if even one piece of it is present, they find you. At 2:30 in the morning, in a dark room, without you saying a single word. There's one last thing, and I think this changes everything. The human infant is one of the most vulnerable creatures in nature. They can't do anything on their own. They are completely, entirely dependent on someone else to survive. And the baby brain knows this. So it does something very quickly. It answers the question, who is protecting me? It marks the face, the voice, the scent it sees most often. It writes safe on top. You received that mark. And when something marked safe appears, something closes in the baby's brain. Stress drops, the heart slows, breathing settles. That night at 2:30, when you walked into the room and your baby calmed down, that wasn't a coincidence. An alarm was shutting off in your baby's mind. Safe. She's here. Just stop for a moment. You're tired. These past few months, it's been hard to count how much you've slept, how much you've been able to do for yourself. Sometimes you ask yourself, was I enough today? Sometimes something breaks inside you when your baby cries. But think about this now. Your baby chooses you among millions of faces, not just because you're visible, not just because you're nearby. For you, for your voice, your scent, your warmth, your rhythm. Without even realizing it, you left such a deep imprint in this little person's mind that before they can understand anything at all, they can find you even in the dark. This isn't something you did consciously. Every feeding, every middle of the night waking, every hour you pushed through in sheer exhaustion, all of it was slowly drawing your map in your baby's mind. And that map says only one thing. This person is here for me. Is there anything greater you could do for someone? At 2:30 in the morning, tired, hair undone, eyes half open, you walked into the room and your baby stopped crying entirely because to them, you are the most familiar face in the world. That wasn't taught. It couldn't be given. It couldn't be bought. You earned it simply by being there. Perhaps the most powerful thing in the world is a baby knowing you before they know anything else at all. If this video made you feel something different today, you can subscribe here. Every week, big secrets from your baby's little world are waiting for you.